Trictionary, brought to you by 8-Legged Freaks.
He's gonna do a double. Yeah? Do it? Double?
Yeah, I'll try.
Double flat spin.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Show me.
But I have not good ball.
What?
Ball.
He said he hasn't got balls today.
He comes out and does this huge double backflip 180 thing.
I couldn't believe it. I saw it, I was like, whoa. It was like a video game trick. And he landed it twice.
He's stupid.
It's like a double flat spin 180. But it's almost like a backflip sideways.
It was just berserk. I mean, double backflip 180.
It's all about progressing the sport.
What are they feeding this kid?
Aitor, for me, is the epitome of vert skater right now.
We were kind of worrying, like, was he actually going to try and pull it out? Like, was he going to try and throw it down first, maybe miss it, and then go for it in the second, you know, sort of more chance of landing it, or whether he was actually going to play a safe run and then go for it. I mean, typical Aito style, just linking everything together and just making it unbelievable. Huge 1080 flat spin. And then setting up with 360s to 540s, his flat spin 720s and flat spins. I mean, he had an incredible run.
Aito Yasutoko kills it with his huge 720 Lukang, stalled out flat spin, but he keeps something in his back pocket for the second round.
He's been competing for a while now, so he knows you don't throw it in your first run, you save it, do a good run, you know, get a good position, and then throw everything in the second run.
So the first round, the Yasutokos. One big surprise, Takeshi Yasutoko. Two big falls in the first round, leaving it wide open in the second round. The Australians, Shane Yost and Cesar Mora, both coming out with a nice run, but leaving a little bit of room for improvement. Mark Engelhardt really at the top of his game in the first round, but everybody's super amped on the second round.
I'm about to do a radio interview.
Fabiola De Silva's with us. You are in town for a mobile skate park deal going on, competing tomorrow, right? And on Sunday.
It's an event, ASA Pro Tour stop that's happening this weekend. And I've been here all week just hanging out. But this weekend I'll be skating all weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
So the guys get mad at you when you beat them?
Yeah, I mean, they don't like to be beat by a girl.
Fabiola is probably one of the most remarkable skaters on the face of the planet.
Yeah, I respect Fab a lot. She's cool. She's awesome. She's come a long way and she's still going. I like Cincinnati because it's not too big. The cab driver last night was playing this beautiful jazz music.
You know that's going on the show.
When he drove us around.
This is what I come to the city for, you know? To eat at the Montgomery Inn, watch Shane eat ribs, see the lights over the bridge. It's beautiful. Cincinnati, I've never been here before.
He broke the paddle!
They're extreme athletes.
Yeah, they do everything to the extreme.
Some extreme paddling.
Everything to the extreme. The best part of Cincinnati, the river, because on the river, there's all kinds of things to do. If you want to do them, you just have to come down to the city.
And the beautiful skyline is getting a $1 billion facelift.
I love Cincinnati. It's a great town.
Back to the vert ramp and the top American here in the final, Mark Engelhardt.
Mr. Engelhardt, Mr. Mark Engelhardt. He's a rad skater.
On the roll. 540 on the roll. It's the first rider we've seen do that.
I think his only weakness is he does everything too low. When he lands low on something, he'll try to do another trick straight off it, which maybe you shouldn't.
And he's out there, he's ripping 1080s, he's doing 900s, he's got the airs there, he's doing the grinds, he's doing complete runs. I mean, he's a really, really good skater, and I honestly believe he gets rorted at every competition.
He's been getting judged harshly every competition.
You're not just competing against yourself out there, you're competing against the best in the world. And he's got himself to a level where he is competitive, But if he wants to really compete for those top 3 spots, the burden is on him to go out and get those tricks.
Built American tough.
He's probably the best American talent anywhere right now on a vert ramp.
I'm a lunatic.
When Randy dropped in off the judges tower like that, that's fine. I mean, if it's there. If there's a tree above the vert and you want to drop in off the tree, that's fine. It's part of the environment.
I'm very much for any way you can utilize the ramp for your own benefit, I guess. And coming in from the side and launching into the ramp, you know, it's good because it mixes it up, it makes it more interesting. It's totally fair and totally legal to do that kind of thing.
Ill flavor, pro rollerblader, put it down on concrete, yo, I'm an ill pro skater.
The second run, I went in, you know, I was all warmed up and then the rain came, we had a break, I ate something, and then I just felt like crap, so I had to warm myself up. But I had a good second run. I sketched out on a few things. I'm just not competition fit yet, you know. I got to skate more and more and more and just get used to doing tricks back to back and not thinking about it, just naturally and landing on the transition a lot better. But I was very happy, you know. I was really happy with the way I skated. The result didn't faze me that much. It was just happy that I skated good, you know. It's like something I overcame. And like I said, a good ramp, a good atmosphere. I feel good, I'll skate good.
Sess coming back from you know, his injuries and stuff like that, haven't been skating that much. To be able to blast at 1080 like he did, as clean as he did, I mean, I don't understand, and I honestly think that if there was a nuclear blast, Sessa would survive it. His willpower alone is enough to move mountains. Yeah, Sess, right on.
The rain timeout, but it still's on the mic.
She's definitely an ambassador for the sport simply because she gets so much exposure. I mean, we were dropping in yesterday and getting cheers, but when she dropped in, girls and guys would just cheer really loud for her.
She has gone past the gender barrier and broken those bounds.
I mean, she's representing, she's doing awesome. She's skating against all the guys. And she's doing hard tricks. She's doing flat spins, 720s, 540 over 10-foot channels, and she can grind better than most of the guys, which, you know, better than me.
I mean, there's no other competition around the world where girls compete with the guys. It just doesn't happen because they're just not quite at that level. And she is at that level. And it's just so remarkable and so inspiring to see that she was able to break her bounds, to just say, hey, to hell with it, I'm going to skate with the guys and beat them.
So Fabiola da Silva, 79.75, good enough for 6th against the men.
I have a BMW 3 Series.
I have a 98 model Subaru Impreza WRX, and it is crazy. All-wheel drive, turbo, baby.
Sessa has taken his unique style, his unbelievable artistic ability, and has poured it into his car. He's got the Pimpmobile. I like to call him the Pimp now because his car's so well done up.
Oh, Shane's is faster.
I wouldn't race Sessa.
Yeah, I got to let him win something there, so I'll just say the car's faster.
Kobe Japan.
It's gonna get crazy.
So in his second run, getting ready to drop in, Shane sits in 3rd.
I started out pretty well. Like, my first 3 walls were pretty much try and get as high as I could so I could set up myself to go into a 540 over the channel. I really wanted to boost that and try and get it up there, you know, bit of style and stuff. Came back through into the alley flat spin, set myself up so I could boost into a huge 900. Come back around into a McTwist off that, and then set up into a flat spin 900 and then into a switch flat spin 540. Now this was the tricky part. This is the bit that caught me up. Didn't really land the flat spin the switch flat spin that well, which I needed to, so I could go into a flat 3 and then into the fakie 10. So yeah, going into the switch flat spin 540, then into the flat 3, didn't really have the height, tried to push it, and it killed the takeoff for the 1080.
His spins are just, you know, you can't match him. He just spins every which way, flips, spins both ways, you know, back to back, which is no one does. He just sketched on his airs and didn't do any grinds, but like it's just one of those comps. He'll skate better next comp.
Takeshi's second run was straight up amazing. I mean, Takeshi's been going bananas for a while now, and he's just pretty much unstoppable on the vert ramp. He basically came out, just started airing just enormous, just way over the banner, like 5 consecutive airs, just like blasting. 540s, grinds, 900s, 1080s, like the whole works, just all wrapped in together, linked back to back.
His grinds are really good. His grinds are what impress the judges, and he does them all the time. Like he barely misses. So
it was just crazy.
And Uniqlo.
Yeah, the craziest run. He's got a couple of new tricks.
Second run, I think he was first anyway. Like even after, I don't think he knew that Takeshi was in front of him. So he thought he had nothing to lose. So he just went in, which is good. That's how skating should be like that. And he went in, did his run, and off a nothing air, he popped out on that side again. He had no speed, and he tried the double flat spin, 180, and he fell. But I told him to get back up.
Got himself back up again and then hit it. And it was just like, he's getting this trick dialed.
You could tell he was going to land it, and that was actually counted as in the competition because the time wasn't up yet. So that's it already. First one ever landed in the competition. That's awesome.
Once again, I mean, how do you get a trick like that dialed? Double backflip 180. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it's just mind-blowing.
The 8 spin's fine. Looks like a figure 8. I don't know. It's perfect. I call it the sushi roll. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, Ato keep his first run score, but the first ever 8 spin or sushi roll or whatever you want to call it, good enough to put Ato in second place behind younger brother Takeshi, who had an amazing second run. Shane Yoss, Cesar Mora, third and fourth, and Fabiola De Silva with the men takes 7th. And if that wasn't enough, just following the vert, it was the corn nut sick trick competition. Time to throw out the big stunts. Even street skater Ben Weiss getting in the action, trying to get super tech, and Jaron Grove boosting 25 feet out of the ramp. Shane Yoss landed his 1260, taking home a little bit of prize money for that one. Jaron Grove over and over going for the huge launch. The judges finally give him credit for it. Ben Weiss lacing it, getting super tech. But Jaron Grove ends out with the victory. They gave him credit for landing on the stage. However, this week's corn nut sick trick goes to the guy who pulled the first ever double backflip 180 Ato Yasutoko. To check out all the corn nut sick tricks and for all ASA Pro Tour air dates, check out asashskate.com. Hotel accommodations provided by the beautiful Crown Plaza in downtown Cincinnati, adjacent to Fountain Square. Special thanks to the Greater Cincinnati Sports Corporation, Hamilton County, and the Cincinnati Recreation Commission. To book your next vacation, call 1-800-CINCY-USA. Also special thanks to Clear Channel Communications, Mars Music, and WCPO TV. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Hey, this is Thirty+Rollin, and this is sausage.
This is not sausage.
No, I couldn't eat them. But not hungry. Whoa. Oh, massage. Can you speak Japanese? No. Gingerbread cookies. I have a question. What is gingerbread cookies? I got gingerbread cookies. Double backflip, triple backflip. It's crazy. I had fun very much, and I have to go skates. Let's see.
The French guys just showed up out of nowhere when we came out to San Diego. You always know something's good's gonna happen when the French show up. Seeing their runs, that they get a little bit nervous and they might slip and fall on a couple of tricks, but it's pretty amazing.
They hadn't come to any competitions yet this year, so I didn't know what to expect from him, but I know Anis I've skated with before, and I know he's very good, and he seemed to be pulling off some bigger tricks, more consistent.
It just seems like all the French are coming out and they're pushing vert skating and they're doing new tricks, and other than Tig, a lot of them probably don't spend as much time competing.
They skated very well, except for had a little bit of trouble with being inconsistent. I know if they can land all their tricks, they're going to do well. They're going to get some good competition.
The skating coming out of France right now is just unbelievable.
I really can't say enough about Fabiola. The fact that she is a female in a male-dominated sport is just a testament and a credit to how incredible she is as a skater and as a person.
Fabiola throwing some nice airs, landing clean, throwing a beautiful flat spin, landing perfect on the transition.
Big spin. It's great.
Sessa is always like that. First run, he would do like a couple hard stuff, but not as hard. And then the second run, he tries to step up because he wants to listen to the results from the first run, you know?
Sessa knew he already had his decent run under his belt, so he came out with the second run with nothing to lose, and he really showed it. He came back out with old Sessa style, just huge airs, cool grabs, throwing the beautiful 1080, one of the best 1080s I've seen him land in over 2 years now. He landed clean and went straight to another trick at the other side.
When he landed the 1080, I was like, oh damn, you know, he's gonna do good.
Sessa's always been one of my favorite skaters, and I love watching him skate, and I know that he's gonna do a good run.
Yeah, Sessa did awesome, and he came in 5th place. He was a bit disappointed, but he thought he could do a little better, but you can't please everyone all the time, so 5th place, I'll be stoked in 5th place.
We need a perfect run, big air, crazy trick, crazy grind, good line, and I think people bring new trick. For example, Eito, he have a double back 180, which is a huge trick. I have my double back method, so you know, we'll see, I think, this kind of trick today.
It's really cool because I'm so lucky. I have the ramp in my house and I can practice 1,000 times until I have the trick in the pocket.
Yeah, I think I have a triple backflip. It's very, very good. The biggest...
Everything is big, everything is perfect.
All right.
Greece, it's perfect.
All right.
France, it's perfect.
Well, good. Things will just be perfect then. If you can do, you will understand. I cannot explain to you because you do not know.
Oh.
Of course, the ASA Pro Tour and Elvis. Lots of Elvis. The Flying Elvi jumping out of planes, concerts all over the place, cultural activities galore. Be sure to come by next year. It's here every June for 3 weeks.
Tig has become a showman. You know, he does magic tricks, he plays the piano, he knows how to entertain people, and he loves to entertain. He does the same thing with his skating, he brings that same attitude. And so, you know, when he does big tricks, he's not necessarily just trying to win contests. Sometimes he's just trying to put on a show for the crowd and for fans of rollerblading. And I think that's what was happening with the big invert, because I don't think that it really is an adequate substitute for, you know, a double backflip or a double backflip 180 to compete with Ato, but it does add excitement to the contest.
So Shane, we know you're bad at giving interviews, but how about your skating? Say in San Diego, your second run.
Second run, man. Well, you know what? I managed to pull off something that I haven't done all year long. You know what that is?
I do not know.
I managed to stay on my feet.
Finally staying on his feet the entire run, Shane Yost bumps up to 4th place with an 87. But up next, Takeshi Yasutoko chasing his older brother. He's only a half point behind.
After Takeshi's first run, he was sitting in 2nd place right behind his brother. I knew he had to pull something off to beat his brother because it would be pretty hard. And he came out and he skated good. He did all his big tricks, threw them all back to back. Ato and Takeshi are always number 1 and 2 at every competition, so it's definitely saying something that they know what they're doing and they're very good skaters.
He does like big stuff, big stunts, and he can grind better than anybody else there. I mean, he does switch-ups like he does in a street course and a vert ramp. It's like 14 foot tall, you know?
I think the biggest difference in Takeshi's first and second run was his difficulty in his grinds. He did some amazing switch-ups on the coping that would make pretty much any street skater jealous. So watching Takeshi step up his grinding ability has been pretty amazing.
So starting the run off with the huge airs, then getting into a more tech side, finishing up with his big finishing trick, the 1080 McTwist. Takeshi Yasutoko looking stoked. He should be. A 92 puts him above his brother. There's the signature Viking flip. An amazing run.
It's pretty amazing to see where skating's going these days, isn't it? Last year we had you and Matt Lindemuth come out with the double backflip like that, and now Ato throwing his double flat spin thing.
It's not really double flat, it's more double back 180.
Double back half twist.
Well, he pulled that trick, but he's got to pull something else as well to bump out his brother.
Trying to put a label on Ato's skating is almost impossible because as far as he's come right now, he's everything. He goes big, so he's got the intensity. He's doing hard tricks, so he's got the difficulty. He's starting to look way better skating with nice grabs and clean spins, and so he's got the style. And I mean, certain skaters you can label with he's got great style or he does hard tricks. With Ato, he's doing everything right now. He's got the style, the difficulty, and the technique.
Double flat spin was probably the best trick I saw. That's just incredible. It's something I wish I could do. I'm going to try and work on it, but it's going to take me some time to be able to do that.
Okay, how do you touch a run like this? He's got the 1080 flat spin, the double backflip 180, the 720 Lukang, everything in this run. Look at how high he goes, the 1080 flat spin. And then following it up with, oh, just this. Well-deserved, 95 even. Ato Yasutoko on top of his brother. Ty Chris sits in 3rd, and Cesar Mora in 5th. So the 2-time X Games gold medalist on the way to another win here on the Pro Tour with the weight of a trick like this. The corn nut sick trick, double backflip 180. He's making it look easy, and he's still the only one trying it. Log on to asaskate.com and vote for your favorite sick trick of the year. Hotel accommodations provided by the Doubletree San Diego Del Mar. You're among friends at the Doubletree San Diego Del Mar. Well, we've seen Takeshi get better and better, but this week's Adventures of Pluto Nash Innovation of the Day goes to him. Takeshi Yasutoko pushing the limits on vert. Special thanks to the staff at the San Diego County Fair. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.
And that's pretty much what you can expect from Eito in the first round. He really does wait for the second round to take chances. So in the first round, Eito came out. His tricks, which are phenomenal. It seems almost ridiculous and unfair that he can have a 1080 and a brand new Liu Kang 720 flat spin, all these tricks in his first run, and everyone knows it's a safety run. I mean, I guess it's just a testament to how great he is as a skater.
When Eito skated, everybody expected him to do the typical Eito run, you know, throw all the big tricks, end out on first. In his first run, he had a solid run, but he missed his alley-oop soul grind. He didn't completely fall on it, but he kind of just rolled it across the coping. So he left a little bit of room for improvement for him by not doing the double backflip and by missing a trick.
The judges now know, and educated spectators now know that he's got that double backflip, and they know if he doesn't throw it that he is saving it, and that he didn't lay everything on the line in that run.
So when Eito finishes his run, he's got an 87. He's tied with Cesar. Clearly, he's left room for improvement, and everybody expects in his second run he will. But at the end of round number one, it was interesting because you had Takeshi in first. No big surprise. It could be Takeshi or Eito. The big surprise is that tied for second, you've got Cesar Moura. You wouldn't expect him there. Not to say he's not an incredible skater. It's just, wow, Cesar Moura's back. He's in second place right now. And the skater that he sort of mentored, Shane Yoss, sits in fourth behind him. It'll definitely be an interesting second round. What better way than to spend your birthday hucking yourself out of an airplane?
You're watching the ASA on ESPN at Summerfest.
Good job, buddy.
Jumping out of the door?
Yeah.
That was the best part?
Yeah.
He's a skydiver!
Happy birthday,
job,
man.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
Very good
Once
job.
again,
Congratulations.
man. Yeah.
Nice work, buddy. Awesome skydive.
Yeah, psycho.
Summerfest always goes off.
In the second round, there was a lot of pressure on many of the guys, and of course, Cesar Moura was already sitting tied for second.
Yeah, very good friend. Yeah, I like you.
Check it out, here it comes. Cesar Moura's second run, he comes out, he tries to put together the same kind of run, but step it up from the 720 and throw the 1080. He went down on the 1080, but the notable thing is he got right back up and finished his run through a few more tricks, including a 720. Marino did some creative things into the waterfall. It paid off for him, ended out in 6th place midway through the second round. Anthony Avila threw some big tricks, but he didn't get too much amplitude.
Mark Engelhardt was, in my opinion, the anti-player. But now, apparently, he's a bit of a player.
All right, I'll call your phone, okay? Yes. Oh, Mark, I want to see you. Bye, baby. Bye. I can't believe that.
He acts like really shy around the ramp, around all us guys. But then when he goes out, he's a bit of an animal. So I don't know, I might have to go out tonight and check it out, see what's going on.
Well, maybe Mark needs to focus a little more on his second run. He had a tough time in his second run, didn't post a very high score. But he got the Americans excited, so made way for Jaron Grove to come in and try his second run. Now, Jaron's usually good for a few good tricks on the vert ramp, brings some of his street moves, like a wall ride to soul grind, very innovative. Knocked Randy Marino right off his feet.
Speaking of knocking yourself off your feet, Shane Yost fell in the first run with about 15 seconds left. And then in the second round, he came out and he was putting together another brilliant run. Pulled out and just threw himself into the flat bottom. Some great skating up to that point for Shane Yost, but a frustrating day overall. And to see all the best skating, check out asaskate.com, your source for falls and the sickest tricks.
We'll be back.
Prove on that in the second round.
Well, Takeshi's come into a lot of contests, seeded first in the second round. Uh-oh.
Wow. It's like he just looped out. Well, going back up to the top of the roll-in.
Well, very uncharacteristic. Typically, you don't see these guys miss a trick, but you certainly don't see them fall down completely in the flat bottom.
Well, maybe that's one of the trade-offs of getting such huge air.
Well, it is, absolutely, and that really illustrates the point that those high airs are every bit as difficult as some of the most difficult spins out there. Some people might say, well, all he did was went out and threw some big airs, which is never all he does. But those high airs, the higher you go with them, once you start to get to that 11, 12 foot range, those are very difficult tricks.
And the door is wide open now for Ato. Ato only has to beat a 92.50. That's a pretty high score, but he's got the ability.
Well, he does, and this has happened a lot of times where Ato sees himself behind his younger brother. But what happens is he throws the 1080 California roll. What happens is Ato has some huge tricks, like the double backflip 180, and what he'll do is he'll save them till the last round of the finals, and that's what ends up being the double backflip 180. Just as we're talking about, that ends up being the moves that puts him over the top. But you see here, it didn't work out for him, which is going to make things very interesting, because now he's not going to be able to post a higher score than his brother's first run.
Well, surprising, Ato didn't just start pumping his way back up onto the ramp, use up all this valuable time by doing tricks. Instead, he's just walking up the ladder, taking his time, and watching his run disappear.
This is interesting because after the first round, he was in a tie with Cesar Mora.
Well, Takeshi's trying to tell him, keep going, come on. Throwing the huge double again with the 180. Today will not be his day as far as that trick goes.
Well, he's throwing that for the crowd at this point, but let's elaborate on this point about the tie, because what happens is you watch a double backflip 180. What happens is in the event of a tie, the tiebreaker is the second run score.
Yeah, there it is. Ato Yasutoko, third place. Cesar Mora, amazing. In second place, he is officially back. And Takeshi Yasutoko, no surprise, is the 2002 X Games gold medalist, is a gold medalist once again. And following that vert contest was the Corn Nut Sick Trick contest. Shane Yost, who never thinks he's got it all, put it together here and takes home the Corn Nut Sick Trick with a 900 flat spin. Special thanks to the entire staff and management of Summerfest.
Good stuff for your hair.